What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the God of Destruction BEERUS stage of the VEGETA'S story red zone here. So we do have a special mission attached to this one. They want us to complete this, not only clear it once, but also with 6 exploding rage characters on your team. So I went ahead and I built this team out. This consists of all of our exploding rage characters, as well as being a full power team, so that we could use the new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as our leader. So yeah, I think this is gonna be an alright team build. I am very, very skeptical about the Friezas and the Namek Goku, but the first half of our team here is going to be very, very good for this, right? So this is one of those gnarly, nasty one-phase fights. Let's go ahead and jump in, see how we do here. So let's see. Based on the stats I'm looking at here on the wiki, we've got 420 million HP to deal with. Okay, so, yeah, 420 million is going to be the HP pool that we're dealing with here. He also, after receiving 15 attacks, is going to be getting an attack buff of 50%. Attack and defense buff of 50%. But those things are neither here nor there, because the main abilities, as you can see, one of them has already procced. He has 100% chance to lock one of our characters every single turn, and then he also disables evasion. He's got attacks guaranteed to hit here. So yeah, those two things in combination are going to be very, very tough for us to deal with. The one saving grace is that he only has a 1.4 million attack stat when he crits. Or not when he crits, when he super attacks us, so that's not too bad, but he also greatly lowers your defense for one turn when he does that. So if it's a slot 1 super, you're actually going to take damage from the normals after that too. So yeah, that's a little bit scary. Unfortunately, he locked our Beast Gohan. We did not get a good turn 1, right? Goodness. I mean, I suppose both of our slot 1 units are on the proper rotations. Yeah, we just got really unlucky because we have 2 Super Saiyan 2 Gohans on the same rotation and then 2 full power Friezas on the same rotation. So as far as the named characters that can link together, we got very unlucky in that way. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm assuming we've been doing pretty good so far with all of these red zone stages that have been coming out. But I'm assuming that if we're going to take an L on any of them, it's probably going to be here, right? Because not only do we have like a really tough boss mechanics to work with finally, we also have a like restricted team because there's a specific category that we're supposed to be running, right? So that is definitely going to make this a little bit tougher. But yeah, his normal attacks are only hitting for 500k, I believe is what the deal is there. Like he has a 500k attack stat, put it that way. Alright, so far so good. We're not gonna have to tank a super up front. Obviously that's the thing that is probably gonna end up getting us KO'd at some point, is if we, you know, have to take a slot 1 super. Because we are definitely going to get hit by whatever supers he puts out, right? Okay, so one of the cool things about this is that we're going to have 2 of those ridiculously powerful family Kamehamehas to launch. And we are able to launch those starting from 5 turns from the character's entry turn, and both of the Gohans are already here on turn 1. So starting at turn 5, straight up, we're going to be able to launch both of those. Obviously, one of them is not going to be until turn 6 because we're rotating him off. And then I guess, well, we can't really guarantee turn 5 either. It kind of depends on the character locking. Though, because he's in slot 1 now, even if he were to get locked in slot 2 on turn 3, then he would still be there. So yeah, we actually can guarantee the turn 5 active skill there. So that is pretty good to know. Okay, so we got lucky for this first turn that there was no slot 1 super. Everyone would have been able to tank the super post, post super attack. But luckily for us, it went on Beast Gohan, because we know for sure he's going to double-digit tank that, right? Okay. Okay, let's see who he locks here. Alright, I will definitely take that. He locked full power Frieza in the 3rd slot there. That is not a problem. Do I want to risk? I think I want to risk this. He just supered in the middle slot last turn, and he only did like another 5 attacks. He has a cooldown of 10. So I think it's probably going to be a couple more attacks before he supers. I think I want to risk this. We're going to keep full power Frieza in the 2nd slot. The only reason this is really, really risky to do is because then that means on the next rotation when these guys come back, Broly will be in slot 3, and if he locks Broly in slot 3, then we'll be forced to rotate him off, right? So that could be a little bit detrimental for us. Maybe. But I think it's a risk I want to take here. Just because I think it's much more likely that the super attack comes out in that middle slot. And obviously Broly would be able to tank it hell of a lot better than this Frieza, right? So yeah, I think that's the right answer. Okay, let me refresh myself on the full power Frieza kits here real quick, just to make sure we don't make any silly blunders. Okay, so our super attack effect is going to be defense up by 30% for 3 turns. Okay, so we have 50% damage reduction in base. And then starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry, we are going to lose some of that damage reduction. Okay. We get a bunch more stats when attacking. As the first attacker in the turn, we get extra damage reduction. And then as the 2nd or 3rd attacker, we would get some extra stats. And then if HP is 50% or more, we get the guaranteed additional super. That doesn't matter because our HP isn't low. And then when there's a Pure Saiyan enemy, that doesn't matter either. Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty solid. He's got a lot of damage reduction and stuff. So I think it's probably likely that this Frieza would survive even if he did get hit with a super attack, right? So we'll do that. And then obviously we know that the full power Frieza is going to be stacking for us. So we're going to go ahead and get that full 24 key super there for the maximum amount of stacks and damage for the turn. Okay, and there was no slot 1 super. So again, we should be safe for the entire rotation. I don't think that anybody can really take much damage here. Okay, so that was a good gamble then. Because we didn't end up seeing a super attack in that first slot there, right? So now it was definitely worthwhile to be able to keep links active was the main thing, right? I wanted this Frieza in the last slot to have some links active, and if we had... Oh, perfect, and it even launched in the 2nd slot there, right where we wanted it. But yeah, if Frieza didn't have any links active, we wouldn't be hitting as hard, wouldn't be doing as much damage here. Definitely... Oh, we didn't even get a singular additional at all? Oh, no. Oh, Namek Goku just got locked in the first slot. Oh, that's kind of bad, right? Because now we have a couple of options. We either have to rotate... I think we have to do this, right? Yeah, Namek Goku getting locked up front is not the best thing. That is really not that ideal for us. Unfortunately, there's not really anything we can do about it. And same deal as last turn. I think it's unlikely that Beerus launches a super attack in that first slot. So maybe we go ahead and do that. And then also unlucky enough for us, we didn't get the 18 key super with Goku for the extra stat raises, right? What's his defense looking like right now? 200k? Oh, that's so low. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Okay. At least we know... Oh, okay, we do get the 18 key super from those couple of attacks that we took. That's good, that's good. That is definitely helpful. That's going to help Goku's stats quite a bit here. And then we also do get the guaranteed additional, right? Oh, that attack and defensive buff that just went. That must have been 15 attacks. Maybe? Did we do 15 attacks that quickly? There's no way, right? I mean, that's the only reason he would have gotten that buff. I'm pretty sure we did just do 15 attacks at that point. Interesting. Okay, so now he's going to be hitting a little bit harder even. Okay, but Goku did survive the turn. That could have been scary, right? Alright, we've got a very good attack stat coming from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get that active on turn 5 now because we did have to rotate him off. It just seemed like it would have been too bad of an idea to rotate off Beast Gohan there, right? We definitely want the ability to have him around. The locking is going to make things a little bit fishy because if they lock Beast Gohan, same deal as what we're dealing with on the last turn, right? Now, next time we come back on turn 5, Beast Gohan's going to be in slot 3, so if he gets locked there, we'll be forced to rotate him off. And that won't be, you know, the most ideal situation, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the thing about these locking fights and stuff. It's very difficult to predict and plan, right? Okay, so Broly did not get locked in slot 3, which is good. Gohan did get locked in slot 1, which is really bad. So, okay, so we have to transform Broly. That's the very first thing. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, sweet. Okay, are we just dead here? Like, does Gohan have anything to help him out here in the first slot? I kind of doubt it, right? Okay, I mean, he is guarding. He's got 20% damage reduction. And then he gets some extra defense when receiving an attack. And then it's not the 5th turn yet, right? So he's not getting any of that extra stuff. Okay, well, he's guarding and he's getting some extra stats on attack. So that is helpful, at least. Okay, we'll go ahead and select that orb, get him at 24 key. We can do this. And then who's coming up next? We've got AGL, Int, and STR. I guess we'll grab these so we can get all those tech orbs to fall as well. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So he did get that major attack buff. Hopefully that'll be enough to tank this. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. And then he is also lowering our defense by 50%. So we take a lot of damage on the normals after that, right? So yeah, that is the poison of this fight. That's why this fight is super toxic, right? You can't guarantee on having your slot 1 units in slot 1, so sometimes you're going to have to deal with that kind of thing, right? Probably would be easier to defeat this fight if you had access to things like revives, or certain characters that are able to transform underneath certain HP thresholds, things like that. But obviously we don't have too much of that around because we're using an Exploding Rage team. And then more specifically, the full power subset of the Exploding Rage team, right? So yeah, I suppose you could always use like the Broly team as well, like an uncontrollable power build. But you're going to be running into a lot of the same problems where you just don't have the proper slot 1 units and stuff. Though I guess now that I think about it, Exploding Rage, we could have done, instead of Exploding Rage and then full power as the subsequent thing, we could have done Exploding Rage with uncontrollable power as the thing, and then we would have access to the Janembas too, which could be huge, right? Interesting. Just kind of thought of that now. Well, that's fine. We'll run it like this. We'll at least try this a couple times. I'll say if we fail with this team 3 times, then maybe we'll switch it up and try a different team build 3 times with those remaining 3 attempts that we have. But I have faith. I have faith. We can do this. Okay, so we have very, very low HP. He did super at the start of the last turn, which means it's likely he could do the same thing again here. Frieza has decent defense. Let me see what his damage reduction is looking like. I know he's got multiple stacks of it, so 20% here. And then for every attack received, he gets a little bit more. As the first attacker in turn, he gets 30% more damage reduction. Okay. So yeah, he's got 50% plus the additional 20% for each attack that he's taken, which obviously this should be maxed out at this point. So he's at 70% damage reduction with 700k defense. I suppose he should be a perfectly fine slot 1 unit for us at this point, right? Let's go ahead and get all these orbs to get as much healing as we can in there. And then, yeah, I guess we'll do the same thing here. We'll do this with Beast Gohan. We are going to save that Beast Gohan active. I'm sure there's going to be worse turns where we feel like we're going to die. So we'll try to utilize that later on. Let's see. We've got Tech Broly coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to put Tech Broly. This next turn is looking so bad. Hopefully we'll be able to put Tech Broly in the first slot. All right, Frieza with the 18 million. That is definitely pretty good here. And we're going to get the guaranteed additional for taking an attack, right? Cool. These are all helping Frieza's stats just build up more and more and more. All right, sweet. We even get the third additional super there. You love to see it. Okay, and now the super attack comes in. We are definitely going to tank this. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Even all the subsequent attacks afterward, right? Yeah, no big deal, no big deal. Had that been pre-super, maybe we would have taken some damage, maybe. But yeah, he just got too much damage reduction. He is very, very good. Unlike somebody over here, this unit is definitely subpar compared to that Frieza, right? Even though they easy 8 alongside each other, I think the Frieza is much better with all of the defensive focus in his kit rather than offense that the Goku's got here. Yeah, I mean, the Frieza has been having a higher attack stat, doing more attacks, critical hitting more often, and he's got a ton of damage reduction and a higher defense number. Like, he just beats Goku on every single angle. Granted, you know, part of it is the way we're using them, right? Whatever links we have active, what slot we're putting the character in, the RNG of if they're getting the hidden potential system additionals, the RNG of the critical hits proccing or not. So yeah, this is looking like a very, coincidentally, a very good run for Frieza and a really bad run for Goku. So it's making him look even worse, but... oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff here, don't we? Okay, so... let's see. I'm thinking we should probably do the Broly active here. I don't think I want to do the friend Gohan family Kamehameha because I mean, oh yeah, look at how well they link together. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because Kamehameha and Berserker are flipped. Okay. I was thinking that Berserker wasn't active because we weren't at the HP threshold, but I was like, wait a minute, we are. Our HP is below 50%. It's just because this Gohan doesn't have Berserker. Okay, so yeah, we're at 6 out of 7 links active, so I think I do want to do the family Kamehameha with my Gohan, and then we might as well launch the Broly active as well. We have a slot 1 turn. He's going to be able to do a lot of good damage for us here. I believe all the Broly active skill does is just give us a big buff for the turn, right? Oh, yeah, it's a permanent buff. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna definitely launch that. And then we'll do the 1 family Kamehameha, but then we are actually gonna wait on this one. Because this guy's locked in slot 2, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wait on this one until he can have some links active to make it hit a little bit harder. So we'll rotate him off for now, and then when he comes back around onto the other rotation, then we'll launch that one. All right, well, let's go ahead and pop these actives. Haha, yes sir, that was a lot of damage. And then this also gives him a decent buff for the turn, right? Let's see. Yeah, key 24, attack 58% for one turn. Awesome. So he is about to have a very, very impressive turn as far as damage goes. Alright. So we'll select these with Broly. Get a little bit of healing in there, and then we can select these. Oh man, how do we want to do this? What are our defense numbers looking like? 550, 490. Okay, I guess we'll make it simple. We'll just go 2 and 2. I will select these orbs with this Gohan, and then these two with them. Okay, perfect. Alright, and with that, we should survive the turn. I think that was all we needed. I mean, this Broly being able to be in slot 1 is just massively helpful for us here, right? Okay, so again, I was just looking at our rotations, and again, we have a really scary turn coming up. Just because Gohan, or Beast Gohan is in slot 3, potentially could get locked there, which would cause the same thing we have here, where the Namek Friezas are not able to link together, right? That is like the big downside of using units with the same name, but obviously, with the tightly restricted team build that we had, we didn't have a ton of options as far as like usable characters anyway, so we pretty much couldn't avoid that. Okay, wow, 27 million attack stat with no links active. You like to see that, don't you? That is pretty good. Alright, he gets the additional in there. Okay, so Namek Frieza got locked in the middle slot, which means Beast Gohan actually can go first, and we will put him there, just to make sure he stays on rotation, right? Do we need to use the Beast Gohan active yet? I wonder if it could be a good idea to, because we're going to have the Namek Goku active skill. We have the Frieza active skill here right now too. So maybe just to make sure that we survive the turn, we should just launch the Beast Gohan active, put him in slot 3. And then between, because obviously if you're going to use the Beast Gohan active skill, it's better to put him later in the turn. That way he takes a bunch of attacks first so that the damage that he deals is like bigger. So maybe I should launch them both like this. Yeah, if the Frieza active is able to do enough, then maybe that's what we'll do. I'm only going to decide that once I see the damage from the Frieza the Frieza active skill here. We only have 2 links active, so could be better, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna launch it yet. I think it's likely we'll see a turn 9 here, so we're gonna go ahead and save Beast Gohan. We'll just keep him up front. That's fine. I'd rather play it safe. So yeah, we'll do this, and then yeah, I think the likelihood that BEERUS supers within those first 2 slots is probably good, and I think both of them should survive it, right? Both the Beast Gohan and the Namek Frieza. I mean, I guess all 3 of them probably could survive a super attack here, but we'll see. Yeah, I think this was... Okay, there we go. There we go. We made the right choice. We definitely made the right choice. Oh! Barely. That extra attack that BEERUS gets after those 15 hits, I guess, made a difference, right? We also didn't get that many orbs with Gohan to be able to stack up that many, that much defense. He didn't even get a 24 key super. So that kind of hurt us. It's alright, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. We got this. But because that super attack came out so early on this last turn, it's like... No! Oh, that Frieza couldn't handle slot 3. Could he not? What was I missing? What was I missing? Oh, it's the extra damage reduction that he... Well, he had 50% damage reduction. And then he got that. Oh, it was this. It was this. Because this damage reduction had fallen off, so he didn't look great, and he needed to be in slot 1 in order to get this extra 30%. So with this, he just got these extra stats, and apparently that wasn't enough. And then when HP is 50% or less, we get the crit, and the... Yeah, so that just gave us a guaranteed crit. Man. Okay, so apparently... We'll have to keep track of that. After turn 5, the physical Golden Frieza, or Full Power Frieza, will have to go in slot 1, which really does hurt us, right? With the, you know, considering that he locks, so we can't always force that. I guess we could have done it there, right? Let me see if there's a better unit that I could maybe switch out the physical Full Power Frieza for. That's tough. You tell me. What do you see here? What do we do, right? Because, like, we could go for, like, Int Broly, but he's going to need his domain up, and the domain is only going to last 3 turns. He's going to have, like, very scary turns as well, and this is also going to hurt all of our superclass allies, right? Though, I guess it increases damage received by superclass enemies as well. And we don't have any movie heroes. We do. Beast Gohan is a movie hero. Yeah, that's... I pondered bringing him, but it just didn't seem like a good idea because of that. I also was kind of thinking of maybe bringing the Tech LR Broly, but if he gets locked in slot 1, we're definitely toast, right? There's nothing that he can do. Maybe I should bring... Oh, wait. Problem solved. Yeah? The brand new Super EZA? He also can't go in slot 1, but he's gonna be like the biggest damage dealer on our team at this point. So maybe this would be a good idea. Yeah, alright, let's jump back in like this. I think this could be good. Okay, we have a better turn 1 this time around, which is good. At least... Alright, sweet. So we've got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan split up and stuff. Obviously the rotations don't matter too much because we are just gonna, you know, get locked and not be able to really control our rotations. Perfect example right now, I would have loved to keep the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on rotation, but unfortunately that's not going to happen here, so we're going to have to live with that. I guess let's get these... For Beast Gohan, man, no 18 key super, huh? That's rough. Okay. Is there a way we can get it for the Gohan here? Yeah, let's grab these, and then all of these orbs can go to Gohan. Since we have an Int unit coming up next and Tech, we'll save all those orbs. Yeah, that works out. That works out. Okay, super attack right out the gates. Great. Well, at least it was against Beast Gohan. That's definitely what we want to see, right? He had the best chance of tanking that of anybody on the rotation. But the bad part about that is that means that he's going to spend the rest of the turn with his cooldown, right? Because he super attacked right away, so he's going to be ready to super attack again at the start of the next turn, which might not be as ideal as we had it this time. Okay, luckily we were able to get that 18 key super with Full Power Frieza. Because remember, both Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza are going to be getting the great attack and defense raises, the permanent stacks on their 18 key, and then they're only stacking one or the other on the 12 key. I believe Frieza is stacking attack on 12 key, and then Goku is stacking defense on 12 key. And then, yeah, they both greatly stack both on 18 keys. So we want to try to prioritize those 18 keys as much as we possibly can, just to get them a little bit of extra defense here and there. It's not going to be quite as important for Frieza because of all the damage reduction, but definitely for Goku, we want to see that, right? I think with the physical full power Frieza off the team, the Namek Goku is probably the weakest unit now, defensively. With the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans not too far behind, I think. Alright, well, we are just getting very lucky with the attack rolls here. So many super attacks in a row. That's pretty good. Okay, this works for me. We can go ahead and leave our rotations exactly as they are. Broly is going to be fully protected for this turn, and then Namek Goku's going to get off a 24 key. Everybody's doing 24. Yeah, sick. Alright, that's a very good turn. The locking is not going to hurt us here at all. And then again, with all of these attacks in the first slot, we are more than likely going to see the super launch here, which is exactly where we want to see it launch, right? Please. I'm starting to get scared. It's not going to be there now. Please? Wow, he's been on cooldown for so long. Oh, wow. I'm actually very surprised that he didn't super us there. Alright, well, let's hope we can see at least a couple additional attacks come out here for Goku. I'm pretty sure I have a full additional build on him, so we should be good in that department. But yeah, he's definitely going to need all the defense he can get, so... Oh, man, and just a normal from the hidden potential system. Okay, was that already 15 attacks received? I would believe it with how bonkers that first turn was. We did a lot of attacks there with Gohan and stuff. So yeah, it looks like BEERUS is already going to be getting that stat buff. Unfortunately for us. We got to deal with a stronger BEERUS now for the rest of the fight. Probably just going to be a bit harder to tank those supers as they come out. Okay, Beast is locked in slot 1. It's a good thing that Int Gohan didn't get locked in slot 1, right? Okay, we do want to prioritize getting the orbs with Int Gohan because he's going to hit so incredibly hard, right? So we'll grab these with full power Frieza, and then... actually, yeah, we can make this work. If we do... Let's see. This will probably be the best way. Grab all these with Beast, and then... Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So 7 orbs collected. Let me refresh myself on his kit exactly real quick. Okay, so... yeah, there's 2 procs in here that we're not going to get, with the 10 key spheres obtained and the 15 key spheres obtained. Because he does have this ability here where he gets 2 additional key per key sphere obtained, but I don't think that actually procs for these. I think you actually have to select that many key spheres. So we are only going to get up to the 7 key spheres. But if I remember, there was something big he gets at 7 key spheres. What was it again? Oh, yeah. He's got... what was it? 50% damage reduction and 50% crit right here. And then he's got another 50% crit. So it's a guaranteed crit at 7 key spheres is basically what we're dealing with. Alright, that should look pretty good for him. Let's see how much damage he's able to output for us. I expect this to be a pretty impressive attack stat. This will actually be our very first usage of the new Super EZA Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here, so I am curious to see how impressive he looks. I am a little bit worried about him defensively, because obviously he's built to be like an offensive monster. But that definitely still could help us out here, right? Because if we're able to do an astronomical amount of damage with him, then that's going to probably reduce the amount of turns we have to be in this fight. And with the consistent character locking, the less turns until we finish this, the better, right? Okay, Beast Gohan doing next to nothing with the type disadvantage and not receiving any attacks before attacking and all that. Okay, so 20 million attack stat with 7 orbs. Not the best, not the worst. Obviously, that was only 7 orbs. That could have been better, for sure, right? Okay, no super attack, please. Oh, good thing, good thing. Okay, we did get lucky again here. Namek Goku just got locked in the final slot. That's fine, I will take that. And then we got to transform Broly now, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and this should be another turn where we're pretty easily going to survive. I don't think we're going to struggle too much here. I guess we might as well select all these orbs. And then I think I'm just going to save those. We'll go for the 18 key with Goku. Oh, nice. This is actually good. That does work out good for us, because he can tank. He's got a lot of damage reduction in the kit. So yeah, we definitely want to see Tech Broly and Beast Gohan getting supered constantly. Those are the only two we want to see taking supers here, right? There's a couple other units on the team that probably can handle supers, but they're the ones that are going to basically fully mitigate it to where it doesn't matter at all, right? Whereas, I mean, we haven't seen Super Saiyan 2 Gohan take a super attack yet, but I assume that post-super, he'll still probably take damage from it, but we won't get KO'd. And then same thing with the AGL Full Power Frieza. But I'm really worried about, like, Namek Goku or the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. If they were to take super attacks, I think we probably would just get instantly KO'd. I think that is likely. That'll become less and less true for the Namek Goku as time goes on, because he is going to keep building up his defense as the fight continues. But just not at an insane rate, right? It is going to take a couple more turns. Especially because we're not getting the most luck with all the additional supers, which definitely would help. Okay, so we're going to be able to launch the Family Kamehameha on the next turn. Depending on what the situation looks like. We probably will do it, but we'll see, we'll see. It's going to depend on the locking and stuff like that, and the links. Just to make sure that we can actually do a ton of damage with it, because that is obviously a really, really big clutch thing that we have, right? There's what, like 3 units on, well, I guess 4. Both of our leaders, and then the Namek Goku and the Full Power Frieza all have active skills that do damage. Okay, did Beast Gohan just get locked in the final slot? Is that what just happened there? That is what just happened there. Okay, in that case, we can do this. How many links do we have up? 5 out of 7. I think that that's good enough. Oh, wait. We can't use the Family Kamehameha because he hasn't been in battle for 5 turns yet. I keep forgetting that it's 5 turns from his entry turn, so he's actually only on 4 turns right now. Okay, well then that's fine. We'll just continue on like this. Alright, we can go ahead and save the Beast Gohan active. Basically, the time where I would want to use the Beast Gohan active would be if someone on rotation with him got locked in slot 1 that I was very nervous would not be able to handle a super attack, right? Like the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or something. If he got locked in slot 1 and it seemed likely that the enemy was going to slot 1 super, then I would definitely use the Beast Gohan active, right? Just to make sure we wouldn't get an instant KO. But other than that, like, Beast Gohan isn't really our best damage dealer here. He's got one of the lowest attack stats on the team, and he has type disadvantage, right? And mine isn't built with, like, a full offensive build. So he's not going to be dealing out crits or anything like that for us often either. So yeah, I really am not concerned about using the Beast Gohan active in order to get like a heavy damaging turn with him. I simply want to save it to potentially protect us on whatever random RNG rotation we could end up needing it, right? All right, our Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is actually showing out for us here. Very good, very good. Even only at 55%, that's a lot of additionals, which obviously come from his intro, but they are not all like guaranteed to be supers. So that was a good amount of super attacks. I like that. All right, so BEERUS is kind of currently in this swing of just doing slot 1 supers over and over. Which hurts us a little bit with that cooldown, right? Because he supers right at the beginning, spends the entire turn getting his cooldown, and then supers right at the beginning again. So yeah, that is forever looking a bit scarier. Okay, so we do have the family Kamehameha we can use here. We're at 6 out of 7 links. We're definitely gonna use that. The only trouble on this turn is that Broly is locked in slot 2, and I'm not sure what the best way for us to survive is going to be. So let's go ahead and launch these active skills, and then we will figure out what to do. Okay, so basically we just have to compare the two Super Saiyan 2 Gohans, see which one we think is going to be better in slot 1. They're both not really the right answer, but I think that the physical one is going to be better here. So already, I mean, he has like double the defense, so let's just double check the kit and make sure real quick. Okay, so we're on turn 5, which means this has fallen off. Okay, so we have 20% damage reduction and guard. And then we get an additional 158% when receiving an attack. And then also starting from the 5th turn of the character's entry turn, which is now, since we use the family Kamehameha, we know we're there. Defense 58% when attacking with 18 or more keys. So that's not going to help us with the slot 1 super, though. Okay, so that part doesn't matter. But the fact that we have way higher defense, we have the 20% damage reduction guard, and then this extra 158 when receiving an attack could be good. And then let's just double check this really quick. Okay, so he has the... Oh, no. We have a super class enemy. It's not an extreme class enemy. So we actually don't have that evasion chance there. So... He gets that only when attacking, and then all of that's just attack. And then the HP needs to be low for this. Okay, yeah, so he has nothing. Okay, so then we definitely want the physical Gohan up front. That is question asked and question answered. Okay, so now, name of the game, I want to try to get the Int Gohan at the very end to get as many orbs as possible. So I want to try and figure out how to make that happen. I think it's probably it's going to be a little bit underwhelming. But I think it's probably this. Unfortunately, we have to select all those rainbow orbs is the thing, right? And then we grab these with Broly and get him, what is this, like 8 orbs? Yeah. Okay, well, not terrible. At least we're able to get some. Should be still above like a 20 million attack stat. Alright, no slot 1 super, so we do get to live the turn. Did that by chance say 84? There's no way that said 84. That said 84 million. That was an 84 million attack stat from him. Wow. That is a very impressive turn. Okay, and then now post-super, we should be fine here. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Alright, and Broly with the attack disable. You love to see it. Okay. If this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan does well for us, I think we're chilling here, because... who do we have coming up next rotation? Yeah, we have both Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza. They're both going to be able to launch some active skills out. Oh, and we have the other Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who's going to do another Family Kamehameha for us, right? That was the other unit there? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if we survive... Yeah, I think we just won. Awesome. Love that. Okay, so Goku doesn't have his yet. So we'll go ahead and we'll first launch the Frieza one, and then after Frieza, we'll launch the Gohan Family Kamehameha. How many links is he going to have up for it? Yeah, 6 out of 7. Ooh, it's going to be quite good. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll do that one to get the KO screen for Gohan. No! Oh, that's so annoying. The we got unlucky with the full power Frieza one because he didn't crit. So we did just a little bit less damage than we should have. Oh no, that sucks. Okay. All right. Well, we should still be fine here to live. I could also reset the app and try and get a crit with Frieza, but I really don't feel like bothering with it. I think we're just gonna win here. All that's gonna need to happen for the win to take place is Frieza just can't get supered right away, right? But I think we'll be okay. I am gonna select. Let's see what our defense stats look like here. Oh yeah, pretty good, I would say. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and select that with Goku, and then these orbs should take us back to 24, or back to 100%, right? Okay, awesome. And then there we go. Now we can get the win in here. My goodness, yeah, we got really unlucky not to be able to see that KO screen. Unfortunate. Alright, well, it looks like it was a good idea for us to swap into using the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Super EZA rather than the physical Full Power Frieza Super EZA, right? Just because, you know, that was going to be a de facto, like, slot 3 unit, regardless of which unit we were using, but obviously that other Frieza kind of really wants to be in slot 1, especially later in the fight, right? So I think the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was definitely able to tank normals later in the fight a lot better than that their Namek Frieza would have. So yeah, that was a good team swap option there. And then there we go. We got both of the missions done. Now, I'm not going to run this stage again, but I do want to show the example of a team build that you could use to get this Exploding Rage mission done if you opted to go like the extreme class route and went for like more of a Broly Janemba thing. So let me build a team for that really quick and just show you guys what that would look like in case you're missing a lot of these units that we just used on this team. You might still be able to get this mission done. Okay, so your team might look something like this. I actually just realized here that you could just straight up do a movie bosses build because, you know, I auto selected the friend lead once I had the team built here, and then it just auto popped the Tech Broly, and I realized, oh yeah, you could just do a Tech Broly build and have you know, do full movie bosses. So actually, what would that look like? Let's take a quick glance at Exploding Rage and then movie bosses and see what the full crossover looks like. Yeah, there's still like a lot of units in here. So if you didn't want to use the Int Broly, you could just use the Tech Broly as your leader and then like throw the AGL Broly, throw the STR Broly on the team, something like that. At this rate, you could at least have him on the team, but then you wouldn't have to worry about having 2 of them on the team, right? Just the 1. So yeah, that could actually work pretty well for you as well. So if you're missing a lot of those Super Saiyan 2 Gohan cards or whatever, or I guess if you're just missing the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan leader, you wouldn't be able to run that other team, right? So yeah, this could be another like team option for you, is to go like the movie bosses route. Could be good. So all right, well, we are going to go ahead and finish up here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this one. Don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. That's going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.